right, welcome back, everyone. We'll get everybody's audio set real quick. I have no way of testing it beforehand. So, who's let me if I can just get some comments in the chat. But welcome back to Variant Roles, hosting of Dragon Heist, Waterdeep Dragon Heist, where we are going to wreck the city and ourselves and anything that gets in our way. Let's let's hopefully not wreck the city. I like the city.
Bye.
Yeah, that's right. You guys tried to burn it down once already.
I'll find out in a second if we're...
Third time's the charm.
Just as a quick shout out, thank you to Derek and Brandon Feichter for the use of their music, which we'll have streaming in the background here. Maybe one day we'll actually get a producer that'll switch us between battle music and awesome songs. But for now, I'm just doing the autopilot.
Speaking of which, audio is working on the broadcast. We're good.
Perfect. Then we'll just bounce straight into a bit of a recap. And who wants to roll to see? Oh, that's I mean.
I'll volunteer.
You want me to
Give
recap?
me lowest number, and since you got the best notes,
I just
open book. I will let
point
you
to book.
roll with disadvantage.
Oh.
Well,
I rolled an 8.
I really hope it's pulling off.
I rolled a 12 with disadvantage.
Wasn't cool enough?
I rolled a natural 1.
Ah, yes.
We had a wonderful time last time. We drank, and then
so much.
We
I
did
want to hear what
something-
happened from your perspective. What were you doing while we were out?
That's right.
Yes, I had a beer or 2 or 5, or I lost count after a dozen, and then didn't we save the city, or we rescued a
Sure.
maiden from a dragon, or was that a dream again? Because I was reading a book before I went to bed. I do not know. I don't know. That sounds right.
Sounds about.
Well, speaking of rolling with disadvantage.
Yeah.
All right, so book. Tell us about what
Oh, I got
actually
an 8.
happened. Oh, you got an 8.
I got an
Okay.
Do you have...
Yeah.
I'll just fill in anything that she misses.
I got a
Yeah.
19.
Go for it.
Wait, where did we begin? Oh, I see. Okay, so we decided to go into the sewers to investigate where Vloon was, and you can tell I'm really good at this. We went back to the tavern first to kind of like recuperate, and then on our way there we realized that all the chalk signs were gone. We were like, what? And then we went downstairs and we found this underneath the stew, and we found this rogue who was all wrapped up, who we'd met before, but do you know what? I still have no idea who it was. And along with him, we all went into the sewers to find Vloon, and we found one of the gazers, and we found loads of like outposts of goblins, and just lots of shooting went down, lots of spell casting, lots of hiding from gelatinous cubes, and then we managed to make our way through, and we saw that Vloon was being interrogated, called Renair, by this orc who appeared to be mind-controlled by a mind flayer, an illithid or something like that. The illithid realised we were there, didn't care, walked away. We saved Vloon, killed an orc, and then we came back, and then we left off, I guess, asking Volo about the dragons.
So,
Did I miss anything?
a couple of
Many
things to
things.
add. We had a...
interpretation of events.
Yeah.
That is an interesting interpretation of events. There was a gray ooze that dissolved 2 goblins, and then Octavia opened the doors, said, nope, 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 shut the door, and the gray ooze came around the door. Anyway, also we learned that Chrism, who was the shadowy figure that joined us last week, was really good at backstabbing because he took out a goblin like that. The half-orc was interrogating Floon when Floon was kept saying, I'm not Renair. How do you say his name? Renair?
Renair.
Renair. to find out where the dragons are. The mind flayer, as soon as they saw us, left.
It's just that scary. We're just so awful to look at.
Right.
Yeah.
There were beholder symbols everywhere, as well as these tapestries that reflected the Underdark. And Volo didn't have the money, and therefore gave us a deed to a tavern.
Oh,
He hasn't
no.
given you the deed yet.
Okay.
He said, go
We get to
check
go
it out,
look at
and if
it.
you're interested, we'll do an official transfer.
Yeah, we were about to ask Floon for more details about Troll Skull and everything else that had happened, I guess, actually. And then we cut.
Yep.
Okay. And obviously, somebody wants to ask about some dragons. And
Yeah, I think last thing I said was, what's this I hear about the dragons or something along those lines.
Chromatic, metallic, gemstone, catastrophic.
A golden,
Gem.
actually. Gem, yeah. Monetary dragons.
I meant Gem Dragons. That's a different thing.
Dark sun.
All right.
Okay. So that is a strong recap. I think we've got a good idea of what happened. Kulinov and Alna, do you guys have any questions? As you stumble down the stairs into the tavern, and there's a bit of a hubbub going on. Somebody apparently has had a bit of a brawl the night before. In an area they've set up a sort of an arena. The tables are all scooted out of the way, and there's blood on the floor. They've sort of they're cleaning everything up and scooting tables back to where they were. But I mean, it looks like it was a good time at one point for somebody.
If you like to fight.
Okay, so you come down. There's breakfast waiting for you as you come down, and you note that everybody else looks. Kulinov and Alna, you note that everybody else is standing in front of Volo, and they look very disheveled and covered in filth.
Except me, because I have prestidigitation.
Yes, one immaculate looking cat over there.
It's even blow dried. Just a little bit.
I mean, are we talking full on 80s wet look here?
Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
I walk down and grab a beer off the counter that's like half full, and I walk towards the group and, oh, you smell terrible. And I take a drink of my beer, and then I smell myself. Oh, so do I. Never mind.
So what happened to
yes.
you then, Kulinov? Have a
I
nice sleep in?
did. It was very nice. I don't think I fought last night. I have no wounds, so if I fought, I did it very well.
I would like to poke him in the eye.
It happens. My reflexes are not good in the hangover state.
That's a dex save.
It just happens.
I did roll a natural 19 minus
Yeah, you're
1.
good.
I
It
just
totally
kind of
just
like-
happens. Oh! Why would you do that?
Teamwork is
Ugh.
really important. I learned that from anger management classes.
You learned to hurt people from anger management?
I think you may not have taken the right lesson.
Yes, I do not think she got the lesson out of there. She should have.
Okay, let me rephrase.
Or the team
Let's
thing. I
stick
understand.
together, for sure.
I'm sorry. It
All
was a
night.
hard few days, and the bookshop is not. Things are bad.
See what now?
Owning something in this city is a lot of trouble, is what I'm saying. It is a lot of trouble. There's so many problems that come with it.
Now that you mention that,
Hmm?
Volo, what is this? You want us? You do not have the money.
Volo doesn't have the money?
Bolo doesn't have the money.
Volo doesn't have the money?
Yes.
Why are we here?
Volo suddenly looks very hold on. And friends, we we have this girl. We have the deed to a tavern. You agreed to. This would be okay just a moment ago, and now you come down the stairs, and we are not okay. Uh,
Um, I I am not sure that we have ever said we were okay, but we are willing to listen and learn more about this thing, this place.
well, I will tell you that it came at no small cost. It is a very large, expensive building in a reputable neighborhood.
What kind of reputable?
I go over to the floor where there's a blood stain on the floor still and like scuff it with my foot. Yes, very reputable.
Oh, this is not the place. This is. Oh, do not even apply that. Durnan would kill you.
Oh, good.
Kolnov, there's a
I
good
don't know
chance
where
that's
I
your
am
blood.
right now. I really don't.
Yeah.
Kolnov, that's a good chance that's your blood right down there.
No, I'm fine. I have no wounds.
Ulna will definitely be able to tell us if it's your blood or not. I'm
No,
certain.
it's not.
Who did you kill?
I don't kill people. What are you talking about?
The fact that you have no wounds does not mean that you did not fight. It means that it might mean that you fought very well.
It might
Right,
be
Bolo?
It's not very good. That's true.
Yes, so the Troll Skull Manor. This is a very nice place, but I should give you one weensy little disclaimer. All supernatural entities come with the place.
Um,
It is haunted.
Explain.
You're saying it's haunted, aren't you? That is what that means in the speak of the city. I once tried to buy a bookshop that exact wording was used. I am not going for that again.
Cool enough, cool it off. Cool it off. That's
All right.
good.
I'm gonna go have a beer.
He starts early.
Do not have two, maybe. It is rumored. That's why I bought it. I wanted to write something supernatural. But
Why are you giving it up if it cost you so much?
I can still write the book. It is part of the underwriting.
But I want to understand. You don't have 500 gold, but instead you're willing to give up something that is worth much more than 500 gold. If it is not worth much more than 500 gold, this tavern is shit.
Well, it's all a matter of liquidity. I have sunk a large portion of my assets into this building, and now I don't have 500 gold.
Alna, who's been sitting there, is just gonna look. Can I tell if he's lying?
You can roll an insight check.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh no, what are my skills?
14. It's not unlikely that a merchant class who in the city of Waterdeep is going to be bending over backwards to try and make a large purchase like this. So it's not outside the realm of possibilities. And Gulanov, you would know that writers, they work off of periodic installments based on selling of their book. So it's not like he's exactly got a vault somewhere like Scrooge McDuck.
Makes sense. Alna just kind of looks for another second and then just puts his head back down on the table with a groan. Just.
I for one am willing to go see it.
I'm willing to go see it too, but I still have one more question. And I want to sort of sit at the table that they're at and turn to René, who I think from last time is still there.
He is still sitting there.
And I want to look between him and Volo and say, those creatures in the sewers, I don't know what they were really interested in those dragons. Now, I don't know what kind of arrangement you two have come to, you three, if this includes Floon as well, but I think it's about time you shared that information with us. And if they look hesitant to tell me anything, I'm just going to like play with my dagger between my fingers, just kind of like flip it back and forth a bit.
Which dragons are you talking about?
So when that really huge, you know how half orcs can punch really well? You know that that half orc that was really just like laying into
I
Floon.
remember.
Was yeah, you remember that, don't you? He was saying something about dragons, so it piqued my curiosity. We all know dragons are the currency of Waterdeep. Makes me think you guys
Oh,
know
that
more
kind of
than-
dragon.
Yes, book. Yes, book.
This makes much.
So inquisitive.
Okay.
I wish
Beauty.
I had more information for you, but the sad fact is my father was up to something and he has been run from town. I know that he may have overextended up the coast a ways. And in an attempt to install power in a city to the north, he may have left some loose ends behind here that have come back to haunt him.
And for whatever reason, these loose ends believe that your father still has a ton of money.
That is the rumor that I've heard.
Disappointing. I kind of flip the dagger back and just stand up and walk and stand over next to Kulinov.
Believe me, if there were a stash of dragons somewhere that I were aware of, I would not be risking my life.
If there was-
If there was
you
a
know
lot
what,
of
though?
money, you would not risk your life for the money.
But wait, think
Well,
about
in
this
other,
though.
in other endeavors, surely.
On the flip side, if there were a stack of dragons that you aren't aware of, that others were, people would be willing to risk your life to find out about those.
It
They were
sounds-
really laying into you there. I'm just saying, and I'm just going to move away.
Well, they thought they were laying into me. I'm sorry about that again, Floon. That was terrible. I'm so glad we
Oh,
got
yeah,
you
rip.
out of there.
Is Floon still quietly unconscious?
Oh my god, is he alive? Is he
alive.
fine?
He's alive.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
healed him. You guys healed
Oh,
him.
right, we
Yeah,
did.
not like
Right.
alive, but
He
like
looks very, very hungover, and he's staring into a mug of ale, wondering why on
But
earth
there is,
at 7 a.m. he is drinking ale.
but there is a glint of inspiration.
Cut
in his
over
eye.
to cooling off. Swishing it around in his mouth. Nope, no blood in that ale.
It's like mouthwash.
Oh,
All right. So what do we want to do this morning?
Oh goodness.
The air is crisp.
Well, I would like to visit this tavern to see if Kulinov needs to have more private words with Volo or not.
Same.
same here.
If Kulinov, if you are understanding what I am trying to imply.
Yes, I think you got it.
Mhm.
Yes.
I trust you
We are right
almost
there.
as much as I trust Lucien.
We are right there. Oh well.
Yeah,
I'll
so,
take from you. I will take that as a compliment.
yes.
It is, of course, a compliment because Lucien is the most trustworthy person here.
Exactly. It means a lot.
the endless flattery.
Well done. Don't get to your head, Lucian. It is
No.
not. It's not your skills that are making that happen.
No, that's 100% true. But one day, and she looks off into the distance. I twitch as she comes back to.
No, I would like to go visit this tavern. If we are not going to get 500 gold out of it, I want to get something out of it. And if that means that we take a tavern and collect the insurance, then that's fine with me.
Insurance,
Great
right? That's
idea.
something. Is something going to happen to the tavern? If it is, we should not
It
go there.
very
because
well
of Greg.
could. You saw the fire from before. This whole town is very dangerous.
I
Like,
think I
Oh,
heard
We're
no.
not
Going
talking
on
about
fire.
burning down my tavern.
Of course not.
I'm sorry, Volo. Whose tavern it is?
But it's
Our
not signed
tavern
over
now.
yet.
Yes, exactly. Let us go see it so we can do this. Yes.
You are a terrible person. And it's a good
So are
thing
you,
that-
my friend?
That's
I'm
a horrible thing to say,
It's a
someone.
good thing that you are not going to be on the deed. You are not part of the mission.
Oh, well, actually, I'm okay with that. Let's go. No name on paper is good with me.
He's already chained to a bookstore. He doesn't need a tavern.
They'll never track it back to us.
Oh. It's okay. It sounds like you guys have got another silent partner. Grissom.
Yes.
Okay.
Stay in the sewer.
Another upstanding individual.
Definitely.
Okay, perfect. So you wander through the streets, and Volo is nodding politely to merchants along the way. There's someone hawking pies at a street corner who buys one for everyone who didn't get breakfast back at the tavern. And after a short distance, you come to another district. He says, "Welcome to Troll Skull Alley. You have the largest building on the block, and I will let you explore. I have other business to attend to, as well, Renair. I'm sure that you and Floon will need to be discussing with something."
And Bolo, is this place locked?
No.
So we might be careful because there might be things inside there. Is that right?
What kind of city do you think this is?
I mean, we just came up from the sewers. Even I know there are bad things here.
I look at Book so proud.
Well,
I mean, the people in the neighborhood might help us out as part of like a neighborhood watch, but there could be like rats, or there could be oozes, or there could be monsters.
Well, come on, Bucko. Mimic never hurt nobody.
Hey.
you are correct. Of course, there could be something in there that I'm unaware of.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll just be careful. It's fine.
Yeah, we can.
Also, where is the
You are
skull?
Surely capable. What?
The skull of the troll.
That look of
stolen
approval,
a long
like face.
time ago, and he looks very confused at your logic and turns around. and
But
walks
we are
away.
on Troll Skull Alley, and this place.
You're
Where is
left
the skull of the-
explaining it to empty air as he walks down the street.
This Bolo is not very nice.
Yes, he doesn't let you finish your thoughts. I know.
I'm just trying to ask him a simple question so I can know more about what is happening.
It's honestly entirely rude as I open the door.
Yeah. I imagine that the skull was probably taken down by this neighborhood watch you are speaking of. It's probably not good for business, you know. Scares the children.
Maybe they put it in a museum.
Oh, yes, that makes more sense.
would
A
like
private
to
collector,
visit-
perhaps.
Oh, I hope not. I would like to visit the museum. I
Well,
want
no,
to see
if
the
a
skull of the troll.
philanthropist, perhaps he keeps him in his home and opens it on the weekends to visitors, you know.
Oh, that would be excellent.
Yes.
Lucien, why are you making that face, Lucien?
Just, this is it. This is the team.
Honestly, Lucian, you seem a little stressed.
Constantly.
Rethinking her entire future plan and
Oh, Woodson,
yes.
remember that eye thing? We met in the same one back in the sewer. Remember in the Secure Dragon? Met the same one back in the sewer, and I sliced the thing in half. It was lots of fun.
Oh. Good?
It's very
I feel like that's I said good, but I feel like at the moment I said it felt wrong. I feel like that's bad. Very bad. That
You
feels
know, in
really
the
bad.
moment where we were, I think it was the right thing to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
And we're still
I
alive.
trust your judgment, mostly.
Yes, because of course you do.
Exactly. Well, let us
Okay.
check out the tavern. Let's see what's inside.
So as you come walking up the front steps to this rather large, somewhat dilapidated and not creepy at all looking building,
It's
I mean,
good
it
that
just
it is
needs a
not.
fresh coat of paint and a sanding, and maybe a
Prestidigitation.
Exorcism.
priest or two.
Yeah.
And a new porch and a fire.
Possibly.
Yeah.
So
I
there
like that.
are boards over the windows. The doors are very dusty, and the paint over the entire exterior of the building is cracked and peeling. It's sort of built in an old Victorian style. There are large balconies on each floor coming out from the rooms in the upstairs areas, and the porch as you're walking in is sort of underset under one of these balconies. You can see through gaps in the boards from above that some of them have maybe broken as people walked over them, or maybe just due to time, some of the wood has fallen apart. Um, as you grab the handle on the front door and pull, it just slides right out of the door. You immediately slide it back in, turn it, and the door opens inward. No problem. And, you think I've stayed in worse hovels.
The door opens inward. I do not think that is compliant with fire code, but okay.
Look,
is
that's
fire?
We need to
almost
turn this
better.
around. Sorry.
Just a minor repair. The door goes the wrong way. Totally not useful if you needed to bar the entrance of some place.
Oh.
Uh,
Okay, anyway, sorry.
So, as you walk in, there is a sort of a sunken floor in the middle of the main room. It's about 20 by 25 feet, with stairs going down from every direction. And there are pillars around the area. It looks a little bit like an arena, but at the same time, one of the ends is just completely a bar. It goes maybe for a stretch of 35, 40 feet with stools that are well above the comfort height for a human. And then you have shorter stools up around the back side of the bar that are much more amenable to little folk by comparison to human size. And then you've got sort of like a 3-story open chamber going up to balconies on the outside of the rooms, and you have a stairwell off to the right that just sort of spirals up, going all the way around between all of the floors. There are tapestries that are moth-eaten and fluttering in a light draft, and the skylight mostly intact. Some of the windows do appear to be broken out in the skylight. It's well lit, and on the back wall there appears to be another bar. It's about waist height for a human, and then there are tons of bottles of miscellaneous shapes and sizes against the wall. And above this bar, there stands an enormous skull.
That is a skull! Is that a troll?
Can I make a nature check?
It does?
that was a plot
Yes.
twist.
Roll.
Ooh,
It's pretty
Ooh.
large.
21.
You know that is definitely a troll skull.
Okay, I like this place already.
It's worth it for the skull alone. I'm actually sold now. I'm totally down.
It is
Yeah, I'm
called
not
Troll
against
Skull
it.
Manor, and it's Troll Skull Alley behind the manor.
Well, there you go. Perhaps they give you a troll skull with every purchase of every house on this place.
No, they named the alley after us.
It's possible.
That
Or
makes more sense.
I mean, you don't know if this is the actual troll skull that the alley and the manor was named after, but it does have a supreme quality of mounting. I mean, like, you've seen a troll very recently in coming up out of the depths, but it was not even half the size of this skull. So this is an enormous troll skull. Somebody's true pride and joy was taxidermied up on that wall.
Fantastic. This is bringing me back, truly, to my purchase of the bookshop. It looked much like this. It was a mess. The boards were bent, a little broken. There was some dust on everything. And I spent weeks cleaning it myself, all alone. And it was cathartic, and it was wonderful. And
And right
this
at
place...
that moment, your foot falls through the floor.
and it was also terrible. Also,
I
most
sidle over to Kulinov,
Oh.
and I say, this also reminds me of the other good old days.
I know the floor space is pretty good.
Yeah, and the ceiling and the you can use this for many different
You very well could. There are many floors, several offices on each floor easily. You could have 5 or 6 different schemes running at the same
Well,
time
okay,
every night.
Yeah.
Plus, the skull, it is such a good selling point, and if this is truly haunted in here, then,
Yeah.
it's another thing you can spin, and people will come from all over to see it.
We could run Durnan out of business.
Okay.
Well,
But Durnan
He
is
would
so
very much
nice.
kill us. Let us not
We
do
are
that.
like halfway across town. Also,
Yes. No.
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 Right about this time, in from the bar, you hear a sort of a wail, a moan that is not exactly what you would call healthy. There's some hacking and some coughing, and you see written in the mirror at the bar back, just sort of scratched into it. You watch as the words "closing time" are written in it like a two finger.
Wait. Are they appearing or they were already there?
No, they are appearing as you watch.
Lucian, do you
It
know
is
that song?
haunted. We will have.
Sorry.
Oh, we will make so much money off of this.
Yeah. What was that, Octavia?
Lucian, do you know that song?
Closing
I was waiting for somebody to do that.
Yes.
But I thought book could not be that one.
All right. Well, interesting.
Um,
I circle around to where I heard the coughing from the bar, keeping my distance, but like trying to look behind the bar.
So as you look behind the bar, you don't really make anything out. You just get a really cold chill, like you've stepped into a freezer, or maybe an Arctic pass, I guess is more appropriate.
There's cold stones. It's fine.
it's magic.
Well, I do not have any experience. I step out of the cold and like back up a little bit. I don't have much experience with ghosts or spirits or whatever this is again, but
As you're stepping back, a stool scoots in behind you. Dexterity save.
oh no, poltergeists. Dexterity +1, so 16.
Yeah, so you manage to like sort of kick it out of your way as you step backwards. And,
Okay.
You
Very
almost
funny.
fall. Your arms flail for a moment, and then you're hey.
Cool enough. What are you doing over there? Why are you? What is the
tripping
matter
over
with you?
stools that are not there before. That is what I'm doing.
But there are stools everywhere. You need to pay more attention.
Watch where you're walking.
Wait, can I make a perception?
Octavia, do not help him.
You can always make a perception check.
Yeah, I just want to like see if there's anything else in the room moving unnatural.
I knocked the stool over that tripped me. I
Or
just
maybe is that investigation? Maybe.
If you're gonna actually look in depth, perceiving something would be, you're listening intently, or you're looking at a specific location. You have to specify what it is. It's almost like a held action in that regard.
Okay, I'll do a perception then. 17.
But you have to define what you're trying to perceive.
Yeah, so I'm looking to see if there's anything that's unnatural, looks
Okay,
like it's
so-
naturally moving, etc.
Ghost hunting.
Yeah,
Now
I'm
that you're
basically an
looking
EMF
around-
reader.
Now that you're looking around, you don't feel any breeze, but the tapestries are fluttering.
Oh,
God damn it.
yeah.
I like this place more. There are so many interesting things that are happening.
Okay. And as you're saying that, Book,
Oh no.
you hear in your mind, I am Vajra Safar, the Blackstaff. Come to Blackstaff Tower at the Castle Ward at once. Bring your friends.
Vajra Safar. Say that. I heard Vajra Safar at Blackstaff Tower. Did anyone else hear that?
Hey,
What?
what?
no.
The about the Blackstaff Tower.
No, so,
What?
actually, Book, you would recognize this as a sending spell, and you would
Okay.
also know that the Blackstaff is the head wizard of the sort of Wizards Enclave of Waterdeep at Blackstaff Tower.
day important.
Oh shit.
No one else heard that. I guess I received that. Okay, well, we can come back to our friendly ghost. I have been summoned.
But the rest of you are standing in a haunted building, and now Book's hearing voices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I have to go. I hear in my head.
Can I make? I work for the city. Can I make an intelligence check to see if that's the current
Can we just...
history mage person? This
Sure,
Perhaps we
worker?
it's
should.
public knowledge. Absolutely, it is.
Oh wow, yeah, okay.
Okay, Vajra Safar wants to meet
19.
me. Apparently, they have heard all the good things that we are doing for the city, and now we are going to go be rewarded.
19. Are they dead? Are they dead?
They are not dead.
They're not dead. Shit! Oh my god.
Oh no, you should go with him. I'm meeting the Blackstaff. That'd get your kicks off, right?
Alna has been going around just casting mending on everything that he can find.
Quietly
You know,
fixing
any
while we're...
repairs you do before you take ownership only increases the value that you're going to pay for the place.
We're
Yeah.
not buying this
We
thing.
aren't paying for it.
We give him no money for this.
Okay,
That
well,
being
you're
said-
you're not acquiring any value for the services rendered.
Soon.
That's true.
For his own enjoyment.
So
I don't
it
know
sounds
about you
like
all.
You guys are on board with taking ownership of with the tavern, though.
Surely.
Okay.
Sure, why
I
not?
mean, maybe we can turn around and sell it for more.
It's haunted, but everyone has problems.
Yes.
Maybe you can brawl the ghosts.
As long as there's no mold, I'm
That's
okay.
a selling point.
Fight a ghost. Like, people will pay for that.
That's what I'm saying. People will pay so much for that. The trick alone on the mirror is enough.
Troll Skull Manor. How about Troll Skull Arena?
Well, you can't be too obvious about it, but
Troll
yes.
Skull Arena and bar.
And bar. Like
Are we making a bar and grill? Is that what you want to do?
Bar, grill,
We
arena.
need 20 TVs, all of them blaring very loudly at all times.
It's almost
what is
like
this
a
eldritch
poolside
construction you call a TV?
But what if we sold books here cool enough?
Then we could franchise.
Well, in any case, there's voice in my head. This not just a voice. I received a message,
Oh, I see. I've gotten some of those. I know what you
and I have to go. But I think you should all come with me, because they said bring your friends. And who are you if not my friends?
All right,
Best friend.
Can't argue with that one.
that's fair.
You would
Also
know
you,
to
Alna.
reply
Make
the
sure-
message.
Also, Orna.
Can you reply to
Also-
sending? I know you can reply to message.
Yes.
You can reply to sending.
You can reply to this message.
But
I
that's
think
different spell.
That's message, yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure you can
Sending.
reply to sending.
Sending
I think you
can
can-
also-
No,
you
I'm
can
sorry,
as-
it is. It's sending. It's
Yeah.
sending.
Yeah, but you can reply to sending as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
25 words though. Be careful.
My very special
Oh,
city guard friend will take us there as soon as we finish with this ghost. Okay, thank you. Bye bye. Until later. And then
unexpected.
That is remarkable. I'll truly love it. I'm sure Vajra will get a good sense of who's walking into the tower.
Okay, bye bye.
Did we want to get the deed from Volo and then head over to the tower?
Yeah, sounds about right.
Make sure you lock the door behind you.
Yeah.
You're so funny. We can just take it with us so no one else walks in here while we're gone.
That's how it works. You take the door handle off. No one can get in. Are those are those bottles that are behind the bar full of anything? Are they still have things
That's
in
a
them?
good question.
Vinegar.
That sounds like someone who's already finished their morning drink should probably go investigate.
Oh, yes. Yes, I will investigate the bottles. I'm just curious if they've been touched at all by vagabonds and thieves and anybody in the area, because if not, then that says a lot. With the door being easily opened. What was it, investigation?
But yeah,
That is a 13.
Perfect. Would you describe for me how you're investigating whether there's the liquid
Liquids inside. Oh yeah, no. I walk behind the bar and I clean the mirror that says closing time on it, so it doesn't say it anymore. And then I grab one of the bottles and I pop it off.
Oh yeah,
So-
it smells like vinegar.
Ooh, ew! It's like bad wine smell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Is there anything else that would be in a different kind of bottle? Is there like a style of bottle that would hold something that I would know about? Because
as-
wine bottles are wine bottles, and you know.
Yeah, absolutely. As you're walking down the aisle, you're sort of popping and sniffing each bottle as you go along, and everybody's watching you as you get progressively more and more nose blind to the vinegar. Eventually, you come across a bottle that does smell like it might still have some alcohol content to it.
That's not too bad. All right. Well, I'll take that one, but also that explains why no one has drinking any of it. All right. Fair enough. All right, let us go. Let us go visit the
Behind
black
the,
staff.
the tall bar, you do come across several casks that also smell of vinegar.
We'll have to clean those and refire them, but they are still good casks. It looks like nothing is leaking.
Holding water.
Yes.
Yeah. And I mean, you could maybe start a pickling side business.
Yes, that's what it is.
Sounds legit.
Yes, I would like to make a artisan pickled vegetables that are pickled in 1,000-year-old wine. You know, it's
Ooh.
that's the selling
Can I
point.
make
It's
a
really just
pickling
vinegar.
tools check?
All right, I'm good. We can go to black stuff. I just was curious if there had
Okay.
been any.
I kind of
I
wanted
see.
to track down Volo and get the deed first.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I was gonna say, should we just pull
Before he
the-
sells it to someone else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a bit of a wily bastard.
I know he is Bolo. Everyone knows him. There is no way that he is going to cheat us.
You're
Oh,
right.
he
Everyone,
is.
everybody,
We-
you're
would not
right.
be
Look,
cheating.
I do know him. He's a bit of a wily bastard.
He would not be cheating
but-
us. If he got a
He would
better
not
offer on it and took it, we would not hold it against him. It is not how it goes. I mean, he would still owe us money, but would not hold it against him.
Not really in the land shark business. Loan
Mhm.
shark.
Interesting.
I did that for a while, you know. It's not, or I was. What I mean to say is that I met a shark once. Never mind.
You know, Konov, you
I
have to
saw
catch up
sharks when
sometime.
I was on the boat coming from Chot, and also sharks when I was going from Mastika to Chot. I don't know. I have not seen any sharks here in this city.
Oh well, give it time.
I
my
go
friend.
to Volo and I get the deed. I'm just twitching the entire way.
This is good plan.
Okay.
Can we easily locate Volo?
Didn't he come with us?
He actually went back after showing you to the location.
Yeah, he left us to look through it by ourselves.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I do. I still go. I just go.
I'm assuming he went back to.
Yeah.
Well, where's the yawning portal
Yeah.
in relation to Blackstaff Tower? Is it like moderately on the way? Small detour?
No,
You would know.
it's actually over in the Mage's Quarter, and
My Waterdeep geography is actually not that good.
mine is not either.
I
I'm
would
looking
know
for
then.
it at present, but
Ah, got it.
I will say that on the way there, you can stop off at the tavern.
Okay, cool. Let's do this thing.
Perfect. Okay, so as you walk into the tavern, you see Volo is sort of sitting there with his head in his hands. He appears to be a little bit distracted at the moment.
Distracted by what?
I don't know.
Like his thoughts.
Oh, not that there's something happening right there.
No, he's not playing with a bouncing jewel.
He's a million miles away.
I'm gonna slam a
Wait,
dagger
I
into the
thought he
table
was
in
right
front of
here.
him.
Oh no! Don't be mean to Bolo. He is our friend.
I'm just playing a little prank on him.
Okay, that's good.
Don't.
Pranks are good.
What are you doing?
So I'm just dunking a dagger, dunk into the table in front of him.
I
That's
like the way you think.
With a
sounds
small
like
throw.
destruction of public property.
I'll
I
slip,
shield it from the rest of the
I'll
tavern.
slip Durnan in a silver piece.
I got it. I got you, don't worry.
Okay.
Perfect. All right. Yep, I'm not seeing anything about the Black Tower in here. So, you know what that means?
Ba-do-do-do.
Doesn't exist.
It's wherever you want it to be.
I get to make it up.
Yeah.
Make it up. Make it up.
There's a comment in. There was a comment in Twitch, by the way, Corey, that you're very quiet again.
Yeah, it's because I'm trying not to breathe into the mic. Is that better?
Oh,
Yeah, you're fine. I mean, I think you're just.
you
slightly-
move away from the mic to breathe.
No, it's right here, in front of my nose.
Oh no.
It'll mute everybody else because I'm running the Zoom call. So,
That makes sense.
if I breathe into it, then everybody else will go quiet, and then everybody will just hear me breathing. It's no fun. Okay,
That's
so
not that kind of stream.
Not yet.
let's not make it that kind of stream. Okay, so you are standing amidst the hubbub. It's not early morning. It's almost noon, I would say. It's not early afternoon yet. You've had a good skulk about the manor, and you've got a good impression about what you want to do. So you approached Volo. It's full swing almost to the tavern. You can see that there are lines of people trying to go down into the mine and the under mountain, and they look at various stages of repair and preparedness. Some of them you might take wagers as to whether they're coming back, as they carry nothing but maybe a pair of drums to go down in.
Is this more than the usual line to go down?
No, it's from what
Okay.
you've seen over the last few weeks, definitely what you would expect about this time of day. But maybe there's something special going on because everybody just seems to really be trying to get down there.
My money's on the guy with the flaming sword.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's
I was
not
gonna
going down there.
He's the one charging to go down. He knows what's up.
And what's down. Okay, so Volo is at the table. You chunk your dagger straight into the table in front of him, and he sort of jumps and looks around and
Leave it there and sit down.
welcome back, my friends. I see that you've made it back relatively unscathed, though he picks a little piece of something off of your shirt. And he says, so what did you think of Troll Skull Manor?
We found the skull of the troll, and that was very nice.
Hmm.
Oh, yes, is that a troll?
Yeah.
Of course it's a troll, I knew that.
You are the one who knows all about the monsters because
Yeah,
I saw
see,
your
if you
book.
look it up in the book here, that very clearly. Look, he pulls out a copy of his
We
book and gestures at a troll. It looks
Do
very
we see that he's like
small.
scribbled out a mistaken like label and written troll like as an addendum?
No.
Yes.
I think maybe I was just a little confused because, well, they're much smaller than that. That was very large.
Well, perhaps it was a selling point. Someone could have taken the troll skull and then enlarged it by magical means to make it troll skull. Better sell.
Yeah, that's a
So
very
maybe
good idea. And he starts scribbling notes.
Maybe
in
you
his-
just have not seen the biggest of the trolls. Are you going to go down there where all these other people are going? Because I saw a troll come up from there the other night, and maybe there are more trolls under there.
You could learn about
Polo, are you going to go down there?
Not today. These guys don't look like they're coming back, if you know what I'm saying.
But if you go, then that improves their chances because you are Volo Tamgedar.
I'm the writer, not the fighter.
Hey.
Okay. No, that is a fair point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So. Okay, so,
Something.
I want the deed, please.
yes, well, we should get it properly noted, right? We should get the notary over here, and they can. And he snaps his fingers up in the air, and the waitress comes over. Yeah. What can I get for you?
A notary, I think, is what he's asking for, but
Ah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I-
Full
I think-
service. Full service. She pulls out a badge and puts a city official working here.
Lucien, this is like one of your own siblings.
He pulls out the scroll. And
Oh
lays it
god, I
across
really
the
hope I
table.
don't have siblings.
Yes,
All right,
you and me
all right.
both.
Yeah.
Sign here. Sign here. Gestures on, and Volos just pulls out this immense feather quill pen that's about 2.5 feet long. Just pulls it out of nowhere.
Bolo, that pen is almost as big as you are.
Yeah, boy.
Do you like this? And he puts it in, sort of in your face and shakes it. a
Oh,
little.
it's a feather.
Hey, quick, you are going to destroy it. This is very
I like
family heirloom.
I like grab his special purple stone from his pocket and kind of dust it in front of him instead of the feather.
Look at that. Look, it doesn't move.
Enormous flourishes as he signs away the deed to you. And then he hands the pen across to each of you. He doesn't seem to be paying a whole lot of attention, and the pen makes its way between each of you and into the hands of Kulinov.
Perfect. I take the pen and I look at the deeds and I make a little scratchy mark on the paper and then hand it over.
And to Alna.
Alna just scribbles down his name. Very, very fine penmanship. Just
Excellent.
puts it down.
All right. Looks like everything's in order. I hope this isn't anything of value. There's probably some taxes due on it, and you'll have to take that up with your local guildsman. So,
And we have Lucien here. Lucien knows all the laws of the taxes. We'll make sure that we are completely in compliance with all of the local
Book,
ordinances.
can I ask you a question real quick? Can I ask you a question? And I kind of lean in really closely and whisper, did I spell my name right?
I don't think the rest of us signed it.
I signed it.
yeah,
Oh,
no,
but-
I was
He
I
said he
was
handed
just
it to you first.
skipping over the ones who
Oh,
were
okay.
on the adventure
I
because
thought
it's
you-
assumed that you've already agreed you definitely want to take over.
Yeah,
the
got it.
We're
I
giving
thought-
Kulinov and Alna an opportunity to sort of slip it in that they were on the deed.
Yeah.
Got it.
Sure.
I thought
They
you were
chose.
trying to be sly.
Lucien,
British.
what is the problem?
I can't spell. I
You
never
can't-
went to school.
No, that is not possible. You are so smart and so
No,
wonderful and so important.
I am, but I also... A lot of important people can't spell.
What?
The education system in Waterdeep is just so... It's so institutionalized that it benefits the wrong people. And, those of us who are born not in the right place can't often get to education. It's just such a systematical repression.
Yes,
of
that was what
people,
the problem
And
was.
it's just kind of trying
This
to
system.
overflow with words. So
You're
that,
just blowing
they-
his mind right now. He's like,
yeah.
Yeah, it's like the world is unfair. Just like
wait. They do not want all the poor children to learn and then become themselves able to contribute and do more in society.
Well, not
But look at you. You are an example of someone who has come from nothing, and now look at the wonderful member of society. You are a
Business
fine
owner.
pillar of civilization.
Legitimate type.
Yes, you spelled it
As he-
correctly. It is all fine. It is fine. It is fine. We are very, very fine.
Okay, I kind
Fine, very fine.
Right. If
Uh-huh.
everything's in order then. And she reaches over and she grabs a candle and sort of upends all of the hot wax onto the bottom of it, pulls a stamp out of you don't want to know where, and just right into the middle of it.
No, Book wants to know,
So-
but it's
So
fine.
now between the wax and Bolo's signature, that's like 60% of the page.
Well,
Yeah.
no, it was a controlled pour.
yeah, both our signatures.
You didn't burn the place down like some people.
Okay. Shots fired. Come at me.
It's across the bow. We're fine.
Okay. So, you are now the proud owners, or maybe slightly ashamed owners, of a Troll Skull Manor over on the other side of the city.
If my mother could see me now, look, I am now an owner of property in Waterdeep.
You are a deeded owner of property in Waterdeep. That's hey, I mean that's on the rise, okay?
Yeah, Lucien.
It's on the rise, which means there's lots of places to trip and fall.
And
It means there's
now
lots of places still to go.
you don't have to keep paying for a room at the Yawning Portal. You can sleep
Yeah,
in
we
your
can
own
just sleep in
place.
our haunted mansion.
We still might, honestly. We still
I'll
might.
sleep in the City Watch barracks, thanks.
Okay.
No,
I mean, I'm totally sleeping in the haunted mansion on my
yeah, I
bucket
mean,
list, so.
that's...
As we're going off, I'd actually like to pull Volo aside if I can.
Yes, this is about the fine print. I am still going to write my book. I have access to the. It's in the fine print. It's right there.
It's
You
not-
just
it's not
signed
about-
away.
Oh, we'll go into Blackstaff Tower. Cause the book over there got a bit of a mental message. I was wondering if you had any advice. You've probably been there before, right?
Yes, be very careful when you are dealing with the Grey Hand. They are the best of people, but they are much more clever than you.
Keep that in mind. You seem to get something on your mind today.
Oh yes, it is. I'm writing a book. My mind is a million places, all over the place.
Can I make an insight check?
Sure. Always.
19.
You get the impression that he is telling you the exact truth. That he is writing a book.
That timing of that book may be causing a bit of a financial pinch.
Well, I think he's already expressed that to the party.
Yeah.
So.
I put my hand on his shoulder and say, Volo, keep in mind, we're your friends, like the book likes to say. If you ever need anything done, come see us.
I get the impression that you are a stand-up guy and a good friend to have. I stand-up girl and a good friend to have. Octavia, I will perhaps take you up on that offer someday. Stay
In the
close.
background, Alma is pulling the knife from the table and casting mending.
I was gonna use it as a bit to end this. Damn it.
Even better.
I clap him on the shoulder and walk off. And I get my dagger out from Alna.
Okay.
Alma just hands it back. You really shouldn't do that. That's not.
Oh, come on, it's fun.
This lost though.
You fixed it.
That's true.
The equivalent
Good.
of community service.
Yeah. Yeah, that you created.
Picking up after Octavia.
I tagged the wall and then I spray painted over it. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it.
What, you don't like the color I chose? Well,
Yeah,
paint
right.
it yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. So you are on your way out the door, and Volo is very warm and he's very in the moment, and he's hugging you and thanking you guys for bringing his friends back to him. And he turns around to gesture, and Renair and Floon are nowhere to be seen.
Well,
They
you
were
know,
just
the other
very
day they
motivated.
did have to leave the bar to go home together, so maybe they wanted to catch up on their time together. You know, even Book understands a few things.
They're probably dead by now.
Yeah,
No,
look,
I don't think they're dead.
Octavia smiles at you.
I think they went upstairs.
they probably did.
I think they were upstairs.
Somehow it means something else when Lucien said it.
Book's not that kind of naive.
Okay. Okay.
Everyone is
it-
friendly. Some
Does
people more.
Volo look worried? That not
Volo
seeing
does
there.
not look worried.
Okay.
You
He's like
see-
surprised that they didn't see you off.
They have other things to do.
You know,
Their
I
story would
understand.
probably make a really good book.
They will.
Oh, there is a book in it.
That's true.
We
Points to
could
book.
call it The
And then-
Adventures of Waterdeep.
It's a little generic,
Volo's-
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, but
Gazer
it is,
stab.
that is the subtitle for the series.
Ah, I like
So
it.
you have a whole series of books, and then you write the
Yeah.
You could have, like,
We could call them Waterdeep.
They wouldn't
God.
sell.
A
They probably
dragon
wouldn't sell them
heist,
here.
and you could have,
Why
But the
would we?
global
why
market
we
would
do that? I don't want to. I don't. Yeah.
be snatching
Okay.
them up.
So as you make your way across the city, you stop in periodically, and and get directions from City Watch, and they keep trying to pull you into conversations like like they're your friends now or something. You've got some reputation or something.
Oh, gross.
Saving a noble. You seem to be a little more popular than you were last you remembered.
I own that shit. It's me.
You see, Waterdeep is a wonderful, friendly city. We have more friends now than ever.
Don't like it. Don't like it.
I like it very much.
That's why I don't like it.
Okay, so approaching Blackstaff Tower, you are very surprised to note that it looks nothing like you would anticipate. It's actually bright and pristine and has gold crenellations along the top and swooping balustrades coming down around, and there are arrow slits going all the way up the tower.
That's just false advertising.
And it's round at the top, but it comes to a square base on the ground. It's a very conical almost, with a square base. If you're picking up what I'm putting down.
Yeah.
Yes. They are all squares. I got it.
The doors are large and ornate and are made of some sort of wood. It's hard to tell what kind it is. They are definitely magical and warm to the touch.
This place is wonderful.
I don't like it.
Book's about to buy a room.
Yeah.
I am so glad that we have been summoned.
I'm really not.
Let us save that for what we have to talk about.
We are heroes of the city. I'm sure they want to reward us for our services.
As you are walking in, I need a perception check.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
Oh, that's
Those of you
pretty
who beat a
good.
15
Yep.
note that it's not, the door isn't opening on its own. There's this ridiculous little mouse that's adorable in
my
a blue
God.
jacket with a red bow on its tail, and it's pushing this immense 15-foot tall door, and just goes walking right on by you and humming a tune with whiskers, just bouncing away.
It's a shame that Book didn't see the mouse.
Oh my god, no, that's a relief.
We need to get one of these.
Loves it so much.
Well.
Lucien probably doesn't.
However,
Tower
Book is swishing his
fast
tail
food.
back and forth. He's so happy.
Almost sees it, and he's just like, and then he looks over at Book, and he's like, "There's nothing."
He just says it.
Nothing. What do you mean? There is nothing. Look around. There is everything.
Yes, everything's up top. Don't look down.
Yes. Yes. Look at all these. Wow. This is amazing. I knew that
My little buddy.
was a good idea.
Shall
Okay,
we?
so as you enter in, the light does not appear to be the same. The floors are just immaculately clean, checkered tile, and there are stairs going up and around. It's just one spiral staircase going up from the center of the chamber, and it starts out really wide and narrows as it goes towards the top, and you end up walking right in between and underneath the first sort of tier as it goes up to the second story. And in the back of the room, on a almost a dais, there is let's see if I have an image of Vashra. I'm sure I do somewhere.
I can see it.
I'll Google one.
Probably on Google.
Maybe I shouldn't, just in case there's spoilers underneath.
No, there she is. I don't have it in roll 20, where it would be useful.
Better.
Well,
That's
either
what are
way,
you?
I'm not going to go and dig it out and spend 10 minutes messing with roll 20. Okay, so you see a don't see the word on the page, which is a problem. Okay, you see a tall young woman dressed in uh, leather armor, which you would not really expect from a wizard, but it appears to be lightly built. Um, she holds an immense black staff. It's maybe 8 feet, 9 feet tall. Uh, it appears to be made out of some black wood, maybe ebony, and terminates in almost like a claw or a crow's beak. It's sort of canted off to one side and is. Let's see. She is very darkly complected and has sort of ruffles around her neck in the sort of the 16th century French attire.
Mm.
Okay, so she stands up. She was seated at a desk, and she turns to you. Yes, book. 'Tis glad that you have met today.
I am so glad to be here. I am so. You must be Bajra.
I am Vajra, and
Bajra.
welcome
Vajra.
you are in the staff of the Black Tower.
I am so glad. This place is wonderful and amazing and everything that I expected from Waterdeep.
Yes, as I would expect. It is a marvelous city.
It is. So, why is it you have called me and my friends? We are so honored by your call, and it is very wonderful that you have brought us here. But for what purpose?
Yes, well, I don't have much time, so I'm glad you're direct and to the point. You must seek out Hlam.
Hlam?
Hlam. Hlam is
That
on the
name-
mountain to the west. To the east.
Yes, because to the west is the ocean. Yes.
Plum is a monk. He lives on a cave along the side of Mount Waterdeep. Ask him what he's heard about the threats to the city.
I have a question.
One
Could you
note-
not ask him the way that you asked me to come here?
I could, but I do not wish to. He will
Okay.
not perhaps speak to me in this way. Do not annoy him. Do not overstay your welcome. I have heard good things from my friends. Renair has informed me of your successes and his debt to you, and I will trust this to you.
Okay.
Do not disappoint me.
No, we will never disappoint you. We are so grateful for this opportunity, and you say do not annoy him. Is there something in particular that might annoy him that we should avoid because we want to be his friends?
I wish I could tell you, but it seems to change from one day to the next.
Okay.
I will say this. Complete this task unerringly and return to me, and I shall grant you into the Grey Hands.
Into the what now?
The Grey Hands. The
I
Grey
have
Hand
great paws
is,
already.
Is a faction within the city of Waterdeep. They are almost, I don't know, for lack of a better term, they are the vigilante superhero cast of heroes and upstanding citizens that want to see justice in the city.
Question: is this like a step above what I like? Would this be like would I see this as like a step up?
It's definitely people of power and influence.
Yeah.
So
I'm
there is
I'm not-
that, but they're also very well known for being upstanding individuals and very organized individuals, and they're likely to find out any disreputable intentions and deal with them accordingly.
If there is anyone, sorry if you don't mind me talking, if there is anyone who is more well suited to joining the Greyhounds, it'd be hard to find them not in this room.
Mm-hmm.
We are the most honourable and upstanding individuals, and we truly strive to show that.
These people are so trustworthy. I have seen
As-
nothing but the best in ethics and wanting the best for the city of Waterdeep. We will do this thing. We will do this thing for you, for Blackstaff.
And hopefully we shall meet again soon.
Oh, it will be such a pleasure and such an honor.
Book, do not disappoint me.
What?
She turns and goes back to her reading.
Okay, friends, we have to go. We have things to do. Let's go, friends.
Kolonov tries his best to look reputable and trustworthy as he leaves, bows several times, backing away, and then leaves through the door.
Octavia just looks stressed right now.
You see any kind of flashing the city watch, kind of like uniform, like.
Almost just glaring from the background. Just glaring.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, so you make your way back to where you headed.
Right, so as soon as I step outside, I'm gonna be like, wait, what did she tell us to ask him about? I totally missed it, and it felt too awkward to actually ask.
The
again.
threat, the
Threats to the city.
Okay,
Threat.
I missed that one.
I believe she was being purposely vague.
Menaces.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
you. Book, are you hiding something from us?
I check my pockets.
It seems I want to say this without being insulting, but you are very new to the city.
I am.
And I have noticed you make friends very quickly, but
Well, so do you, because we are friends now.
yes, but how is it that a Blackstaff knows of you? Do you have connection? Have you met her before?
No, this is my first time.
Fascinating.
I remember.
I have not even heard of this black staff before.
All right.
Look, don't forget, she did mention Renee when I
Oh,
assume that they're friends, but I wonder. But doesn't that maybe say something? Why would he suggest Book?
Well, we did.
Not that there's
did
anything.
save him.
Book, you're so good, you're amazing, but not that there's. But just.
That is the question I am asking.
I am wondering something. I am wondering why you are concerned that I would be hiding something from you. That hurts me at my heart.
Not that you are hiding something, but that you perhaps just forgot to mention. We have not spoken of all of our lives, you know.
This is true.
So perhaps there was something that you had simply forgotten to mention in the words that we have spoken.
Probably she was told that I know more. I have learned a lot of magic, and for that reason, because she contacted me through magic. It is probably only that you, as an upstanding merchant and business orc here, you are certainly well respected, but you are not known for your magic.
No,
Yes?
that's true. I am not.
Lucy, now,
magic.
the one thing that surprises me is that she did not talk to Lucienne first, because Lucienne is a hero of the city.
Well,
And-
yes, that is very true. Lucian is the greatest hero of the city. And the fact that
but now we have
she did not
connected
mention her. Perhaps it was mutual respect that they do not throw their weight around together, you know?
What I think is that perhaps she simply had not heard of Lucien before,
And
and now
the-
they are connected. And Lucien, I believe that this is the key to all of your goals as you seek to protect all of Waterdeep. You are going to learn about some of the most important threats to the city, and we will help you defeat these threats to Waterdeep.
Yes.
You said my name a lot in that sentence. So, that's... Yeah.
I was trying not to say Emma. I kept wanting to say Emma.
I, surprisingly, was more surprised that she didn't look at Octavia being formerly of reputable background.
People
and,
seem to
think-
be ignoring that whole thing recently, and I intend to learn a little bit about that.
Perhaps you've been gone a while. I mean, it's possible you are simply not recognized.
My family was around, basically as far as I could tell,
You
within
see,
the last month.
That only makes it more probable of what I said, that it is about the magic.
That makes
And
sense.
Ulna as well.
And I'm sure
Alna doesn't say many words. If you want to have a conversation, Alna is not the first person that you will call.
That's true, I don't got a lick of magic in me.
I'm sure Renair only had nice things to say about us and his Blackstaff, and we are definitely in good standing with her and her compatriots. I'm sure it's fine. Everything's great. We should probably go see this monk at some point.
Let us go. No, we should go right away. I do not want to disappoint Baja.
For very different reasons, I think. Neither do I.
What
Speaking of
other
being
reasons?
an upstanding individual, I would like to make a quick stop, though. Just first, maybe an apothecary or something, just to get
of course.
some herbs and.
Well, we're going all the way to the mountain. We will walk through the city to get there, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Because we're in the Blackstaff Tower, which is located in Ruralrud, so it's fine.
In the mage ward, right next to
Mage ward. The Blackstaff ward.
We might
Very
want
small,
to
just
stock
the-
up if we're going to go into the wilderness. It's probably a bit more dangerous than, especially after what we've seen.
Okay, so you make your way eastward through town, and the mountain looms ahead, and it is enormous. But you do have an idea of where you are going, because as Vajra explained that you needed to go and find Halam on the side of the mountain, an image of the cave and how to get there, just almost as if you had been there before, sort of pops into your understanding. It's almost like a slight vision where it starts at the cave and sort of zooms out back towards the city, and you end up back in your own body.
That's cool.
Emma, you said that you wanted to stop at the apothecary first.
Yeah, I'm gonna go buy some poison.
I wonder if Zoblob has some.
Yes, make sure you grab poison before we go visit the belligerent monk.
Poison. Why would you want poison?
In case,
Rats.
if we get attacked, I want to make sure that my weapons can 100% protect all of us, especially you, Book.
Okay. Even Book looks a little like askance at this, like poison.
Poison. Yes.
She's an
It's not-
outstanding
it's not
individual.
for
You shouldn't
people.
question her motives.
It's not for me. Book, would I lie to you?
No, I just think that maybe you are making a mistake. That's all.
If they sell it freely, then it's not a mistake at all.
No, I know you would never rob anyone. You are not ever going to steal from someone, of course.
God.
That is ludicrous.
That actually brings up a point, though. Is buying poison legal in Waterdeep? It's not everywhere.
Rat poisons.
Rat poison.
That's a point.
Like, that kind of stuff. I mean,
I'm happy with going somewhere that sells rat poison and getting rat poison.
I mean, they sell weapons, so...
Yeah, they sell
Plus-
weapons.
don't you have training in something?
Yeah, I have a poison.
Poisonous
Me?
kit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So, it's definitely high on your to-do list, though it sounds like you're not really sure, as your character is not really sure where to
Apothecary
acquire poison. Okay, going to an apothecary.
would work. Maybe.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, surely.
Shall I
they've
make
had
an-
some
shall I
sort
make
of
an
rat
investigation check?
poison.
Yeah. Oh, there goes my tail.
Too much medicine is often poison.
Okay.
Orna, your insight inspires me every day. Um,
So now that you think about it, you did see sort of a bit of a laboratory right outside Troll Skull.
Mm.
does it look legit?
I mean, do you want it to?
Legit, not legitimate. Come on, Corey, give it the lingo.
Preferably. Being that I'm in all my City Watch stuff. Yeah, shall we go in real quick?
Sure.
I'll
Yes.
look.
So as you go into the Troll Skull Alley and you're looking right down the maw of the alley, right next to Troll Skull Manor, you see that there along the back side is a sign that says Corlon's Crown.
Corellon. Corellon. What is Corellon?
Probably a person.
Oh, yes. Yes, yes.
But where's his crown, Book?
On his head.
Well, perhaps it's on the wall, like our troll skull.
Yeah.
Well, let's go inside and
totally
find out.
Checks out.
We go inside. Is there a crown on
Yeah.
the wall?
Is there a man wearing or a
Their
woman?
head.
Yeah.
Or their head?
I just love when Book's gonna ask somebody that question. Who are you, Corellon?
Well, it worked at Zablov, so.
It did.
As you walk in, you see there are just shelves upon shelves of mystic vials and bottles and phylacteries and all kinds of things just hanging from different racks along the wall. They
Did you say phylacteries?
no?
Is there a lich?
Refractories?
Phylacteries?
Refraction?
Yeah, that was a lich joke. I'm glad someone caught it.
I was like, wait a minute.
All right, so
Definitely legit.
okay, so along the back wall, they seem to be sorted almost by color, and maybe they're using it for some sort of potion identification method. But dark to light and in all the colors of the rainbow. Some of them smoking, some of them misty, and some vials appear to be completely empty. In the back of the shop, it's a rather small shop, and you note that there is an elf of particularly androgynous nature.
I have a question. Are you
Corellon?
Corellon?
No.
Okay.
I
What do
am
they look like?
Fala Lefair. Well, nobody was
Fala.
paying attention when I was going to describe, so...
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
No.
I'm so sorry.
Fala Lefair is an androgynous-looking elf individual who stands behind the counter, wearing long white robes and is broad of shoulder, long flowing blonde hair, and piercing blue eyes.
Lucienne is attracted immediately. Broad-shouldered and blue-eyed, did you say?
Yes. Their hair hangs in braids, and let's see.
Did you say blonde hair?
Yes, in braids. Okay. The white robes are adorned in sort of these blue and green vines with purple blossoms. And you note that there is a scent of coriander and chrysanthemum heavy in the air.
that smell like any poison / ingestible thing I would recognize?
It's a floral spice smell.
Okay.
Both starting with C's. For Corlon's crown.
Hey!
Yeah. Why does every shop we walk into seem to be color based?
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? I walk up to Falar and I give him a smile and I say, "Excuse me, do you sell? I see I have a rat problem. Do you sell any kind of poison or something that I could use to fix it?"
Yes, periodically we do get someone of your nature in here, I suppose.
For sure.
And what kind of poison is it that you seek?
Just something that'll pack an extra punch to the traps that I set for them.
You wish to kill rats.
Yep.
You see, rats are very dangerous, and they're not very healthy.
Yes,
And
well, I'm
we
sure.
can't have Book here. It's just very distracting for him to, see the rats, yes?
On another note, where are your new neighbors?
Oh yeah, hello!
Yes.
I haven't had the chance to bake you a cake yet, but I will.
Good. Surely.
So I need a performance check.
Mhm.
From all of us? Let's do it,
Anybody
guys.
Who is trying to lie?
Oh no, Book is not lying. Book is
Would it be,
serious.
We are their new neighbors.
would it not be
We
deception?
are the new neighbors. That's what we
I was
understood,
being
right?
genuine.
That's fine.
Okay.
I figured, as a bard, you'd probably.
That's why he
do
said performance and not deception.
Oh no, I'm into deception. 22.
Yeah.
22.
Nice.
Well, performance is still good, but it's just, one extra.
Yes, I'm sure someone as upstanding as yourself would not be going to use this in any nefarious purposes, so I should give you a forewarning that this is quite toxic, and if you were to get this into an open wound, or into your food, or anything of that nature, it would be horrible for anyone
That would, trust me, it will
infected
never
in
happen.
such a way. So
That'll
be
never
very careful with this, and I'm sure, as my neighbor, you will be. I've seen there are quite a few rats in this alley, so be quite
I'll sort
careful
that for
with
you.
it.
I can.
We have the skull of a troll.
It's pretty cool.
Right. Yeah.
Yes, well,
Do you have
I
the
trust
crown
you
of
will.
Corlon?
rid that place of the evil that resides there.
Maybe you can help us with that.
We could do that together as like a bonding activity.
Yes, we're not friends. You're a
Commu-
customer.
Community exorcism. We are part of your community.
And
Could
He's
be
probably not part of the neighborhood watch.
They.
Sorry, what?
They.
Yeah, I was about to ask what pronouns do you prefer. We
Yes.
can become friends, perhaps, one day, if we spend some time together.
Yes, well, you do seem reputable. I have heard
Yes.
of you. You.
You've heard of all of us, I assume.
Yes, but in particular you.
Oh, well,
Shots.
you don't have to. So, the poison then.
Yes. They reach up on the wall behind them and pull down a blue vial and a green vial. We have a few options. But if, like me, you want the job done right, and they pull another vial from below the counter, we take both and pours both vials into one, creating a sort of the fluids don't really mix, sort of like oil and water, and there's sort of this swirling blue-green maelstrom that doesn't settle.
Okay. I like it already.
All right, and you can pull the standard price out of there for that. And,
Okay.
It's like 400.
so I have a question, fella. Who is Corellon?
Corlon is a god. Are you not aware?
I am not from around here.
Corlon Lorethian, the elven god of nature.
Oh, the elves, yes.
Give me a knowledge check on that one.
Like a religion check, maybe?
That'd be the one, yeah.
Could nature work?
I
Possibly.
got a 13.
Given it is a
It'll be
god of
It would
nature.
have been a 13 either way.
I
I
got
had the
no
same
idea.
modifier.
Might be gonna roll.
You did it.
I got a 6. I don't know, Jack.
I got a rock.
Seriously, who's Jack? I haven't met them yet.
Okay.
Backup character.
Corlon Lorethian is a god of nature that embodies both genders as well as masculinity, femininity, and everything in between. It is all-encompassing.
Fascinating.
Okay,
But
and give me a perception check.
My
Everybody.
green.
God.
Oh,
3.
Dirty 20.
15.
9.
9.
9.
1.
That
Oh
20,
no.
that dirty 20. You
So
do
dirty.
note an individual disappearing into a room upstairs, and the door quietly closing behind them. Just as at that moment, Falah slides the potion into your hands, and we. Okay, and that's I think that's about it. We've got a potion now of a mixed poison.
Cool.
Deadly poison number 3.
Deadly poison. Yeah.
Number 3.
Miscellaneous poison. Am I right?
Yeah.
We'll discuss it when it comes up.
Yeah.
When you do
Yeah.
application and whatnot.
For sure. To the mountains, shall we?
To the mountains.
To the mountains.
To the mountain. There is
Sure.
a large temple on the side of the mountain that is occasionally known
Oh, okay.
for monks to sort of approach in an attempt to join a specific order. The Plum is of some repute. There are no monks in the party, so nobody is going to have access to this knowledge firsthand. But it is generally known that there is an order of monks on the side of the mountain, and that is basically where you're headed. You have seen several boastful monks return bloodied and bruised, never to return to the mountainside again. So you get the
Interesting.
impression that this is a dangerous journey.
But I have some respect.
I will cast Mage Armor on myself then as we start to head up.
Good idea.
I'll dunk all my weapons in the poison as we go, and we go. Yeah.
I'll sort of shift my like heavy armor on my shoulder a little bit and sort of look longingly at Book's like weightless mage armor.
You
I,
can just see this just faint glow. It looks vaguely like it more at the corner of your eye, just like almost like yarn wrapped around him.
Awesome. Awesome.
Octavia pulls out her little potion and looks at it for a minute. And just shakes her head and puts it away.
What's that?
A family
Listen.
heirloom.
Interesting. I'm not gonna drink it.
I'd kind of like to know what it does first.
Sounds about right.
You know, when we get back, maybe I can spend some time and I can help identify it for you.
I might appreciate that, Book.
Because we are friends, and if it is important to your family, it must be very important.
Mm.
Important indeed.
Indeed.
The The poison will be a mixture of serpent venom and oil of Taggart from the DMG.
Okay.
Page 258.
Did we get free poison?
No.
No,
she paid for it.
It costs what it costs out of the
Yep.
book.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
so,
I have a day job, so it's fine.
You just take a swipe at the.
R.I.P. that book. Okay, go on.
it is a long and arduous journey up the side of the mountain. There are not stairs at all locations. In some places, you have to climb walls and cliff faces, and some places you have to make long leaps. And for the sake of brevity, I will say that we can each roll a Constitution saving throw. DC 12.
Let's do it.
Just to be alive. Sounds
12 on the
legit.
die. 12 on the die.
Hey, I'm rolling really well today. That was a 17.
14.
Yeah, I got 14.
Nice
Everybody
guy.
made it?
I have a
Yes,
first
team.
good roll. I'm 25.
Yes, team.
Ah!
All right, everybody
Colin's
ready?
wheelhouse.
No exhaustion
Yeah, right.
for this party.
Finally.
Nah.
You are all fit and in good shape, and you managed to make it through several trials, though some of them you will wish to never again revisit.
Till we go back down the mountain.
Particularly hairy moments where someone may have fallen in a chasm if somebody else's good reflexes didn't capture that and catch their up by the hand, and somebody else was trying to use a tree to get up as a shortcut rather than climbing a cliff face. And
I feel personally
maybe
attacked.
maybe didn't quite
Whole new
make
meaning
the
to
leap,
cat-like reflexes.
but
Climbing
somebody
mountain.
else also caught them. So it was a bit of an adventure to get up the side of the mountain. But when you do finally reach the base of the temple, it is clean stairs the rest of the way up, though there are a daunting number of them. So
Climbing a
maybe,
mountain's not really my thing.
maybe
More
somewhere in the
stairs.
nature of 10,000 steps.
Oh, my God.
More stairs.
So
Ugh.
you
The
climb
kind of
your way
climbing
up.
I want to be
They're
doing.
probably difficult terrain too. Shit.
Ah,
Kolonov is really regretting his hangover right now.
we'll probably have to take a long rest halfway up.
Cardio.
Depending on time. Oh, God.
Alma seems fine. It's just going up.
And the Eye of the Tiger starts
How?
playing.
Brr, brr, brr.
All right, so you get to the top of the stairs, and there is a normal, what you would see to be a training ground in maybe a martial arts film. There's a fighting area. There are almost arenas around in training grounds, in large open patios, and at the top of a small rise, there is a pagoda with a wizened old man sitting there. He is bald-headed and has enormous tufted eyebrows. He has what looks like a happy smile on his face.
Book, I think you might want to take lead from this one. We're not supposed to ignore it. You annoy him.
I will happily. No, we are charged by the Blackstaff herself, and we will not disappoint her.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Hello, are you Hlam?
Book, before you do anything, just remember, great things never come from comfort zones. Sometimes trying something new is really just the best route of action. I say, reading directly from my book, you get a 1d6 inspiration.
Oh, I was like, where's this going?
That's a pretty good book.
That's fantastic.
Very good. Excuse me, are you Hlam?
It depends on who's asking.
I am Open Book. I call myself Open Book. You can call me Book.
Well, Book, what kind of read are you?
Kind of Read? You mean like by the river with the plants?
Much wisdom comes from books, and yet you seem quite confused.
I am not confused. I am Book, and I am simply wondering if you are Hlam.
You are simply contrary, is what you are. I am, of course, Halam. There is one man on this island, one man on this mountain, and it is I, Halam.
That is so good. I am so glad to finally meet you. We have come up here because we were sent by Vajra herself, who with a question for you.
More questions. This one from a particularly annoying individual. What is it that you have come to ask?
We simply wish to know about threats to the city. She suggested that perhaps you would have some insight into menaces that threaten Waterdeep, and perhaps we can learn from you what those might be so that we might safeguard our people and these people against whatever it is that you might know of, because clearly you are very wise, or why else would the Black Staff send us here to ask you these questions? She also wanted to make sure...
You do go on. Does it look like I have all of eternity? He drives towards you across the ground. At this moment, you realize he's not actually sitting cross-legged on anything. He's actually off the pillows. And he extends his legs down and steps down onto the ground in front of you and puts a finger in your chest. And what would you do about it if there was a threat to the city?
Well, and I point to all of my friends here, we will be attempting to save the city against these threats, because we are here to be protectors and to be good citizens, and especially, and I point to Lucy, and especially her, for example, she wishes to guard the city, and I point to Kulinov. Like he is very interested in the education of the people in the city, and I point to Octavia, and I don't really know what she does, but she wants to make everyone better, and Alna wants to fix all the things, and I want to know the things, and so we want to protect the city, and that is why the Black Staff has sent us here.
Yes, well, none of that answers my question. What it is that you would be able to do about a threat to the city?
Or what I would be able to do.
To prove it to me. And he pushes you back.
He wants you to fight him.
But I am...
Open book. Open book.
Open book.
Open book.
Open book. Oh,
But
yeah.
It's only his test of skills. Go.
No, why would I want to fight that old man? Why do we want to fight him? We were not sent here to fight him. We were sent here to ask him questions. If your question is what we are able to do...
Book. It's not a fight. It's a trial.
But I don't want to...
If you do this, doors will open
Book.
to you.
Do not think that you are alone in this trial.
On this
He
note,
locks
I cast Hunter's Mark on this person, which I'm currently flavoring as like a non-magic thing, flavor standpoint.
Yeah, makes sense.
On the zone's
Just
back
like,
end.
You!
I'm...
Raised eyebrow in your direction. This one gets it.
Okay, fine.
my axes.
If that is what you wish, and I conjure up a chromatic orb, which looks like a swirling ball of yarn, but is actually, but it's like icy yarn because it's going to be cold damage. And I close my eyes. And I think, this is what I saw last night, and I would like to use my portent ability. And I saw, because I envisioned that I would need to do something, and I envisioned that I would have a 17 on the die.
Okay.
Get him.
For a 22 total, and I throw this chromatic orb of ice at him.
Okay. And he sees it coming and doesn't move, and it just bursts straight over him.
Interesting.
That's a good hit.
I don't know if it matters, but it did 10 cold damage.
10 cold damage. All right.
You see,
So your enormous 1.5 foot ball of frozen yarn strikes him square center mass, and he just sort of slides back with the impact as it shatters across him, and he takes an enormous points of damage on this one. You see as the flesh on his bare chest freezes and cracks and splits, and then sort of turns back into normal color, but begins weeping blood down his chest. And that is a roll for initiative.
Oh my god.
Yay!
Let's do it.
Come on.
I just looked up these poisons and they're very cool. Thanks for choosing those ones, Corey.
Gotta use the cool ones.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, thanks
I
for
wanted to do
selling
something
those,
that
Charlotte.
would be good flavor and also good
Yeah.
good for rats as well, right?
Exactly.
Just absolutely wreck the rats.
Paralyze and kill. You don't want to chase down a dead rat to the walls, okay? You have to
No.
tear out drywall because it starts stinking up the place. No, they've got to die where they ate the poison.
Of course.
Important.
Okay, so initiative.
6.
All right. I have
Six.
I'm
a.
sorry, who was 6?
Open book.
Both the Kyles are 6.
Oh, 6. Oh no. I have a 10. Kolanov has a 10.
I have a 5.
Oh, we
Really
are
well,
rocking it.
guys.
I'm hoping to go first with the 22.
Oh,
Well, we're not going ahead of you.
no.
Yeah, but he might.
That's possible.
See, book was a 6.
Alna was a 6.
This guy's way more powerful than we are, I feel.
You told me
let's
this
see,
is not a fight. You
Octavia
told me
was
this is a
22.
test.
This is Emma talking, not
What,
Lucienne.
what was that, Corey? I missed it.
Octavia
Yeah,
was 22, and
Correct.
Kolanov,
10.
and then Lucian.
5. Plus 4, 9.
There we go.
Oh, that's a little better.
Sorry.
That's
A little bit.
Okay. So obviously the top of the round is definitely going to be the 22, Octavia. It is your quick, always standing on the balls of your feet way that is going to set you direct in motion to this flying ball of yarn.
I chase the ball of yarn towards him, axes up, and just go for 2 shots.
Okay, roll it up.
Alright. Is he dodging now?
We'll find out.
We'll find out. That's a pair of 16s.
And as you swing your axes closing towards each other, he just almost appears to just as if he almost had some sort of sense of where your axes were going to be, and just barely steps out of their way and sort of palms you to the side.
That's just infuriating.
Excellent.
That's me.
Infuriating. I love him.
Okay, next will be Halam.
Hurt me, Corey. Quivering palm me.
Me, bruh.
Quivering palm. I hope not.
I've never played a monk before. This is terrifying.
Oh, monks are great.
Just punch him 6 times.
If he's high enough level, you can do the thing where he turns invisible and gives resistance to all damage for a minute. That one's gross.
Oh my god.
Monks are great.
Yeah.
We're gonna fight this monk, and we're all gonna roll new characters. And they're gonna be monks.
Yeah.
And through a stunning strike, 4 of us, and
That's
just
what we
combat's over.
Start the games. We have to do everything we've already done again.
Yeah.
He is definitely going to quivering palm you.
Oh, really? My AC is 16.
Oh no!
Does it matter?
So I think he hits me and then expends some key points, and next turn he can use his action to fucking make me dead.
Yes.
Pulls out your beating heart.
He can.
Oh
He
my
can do
God.
it for. Isn't it like a day? Isn't it like an extreme amount? of
Like
Yeah.
monk level day.
Yeah.
Monks.
Yeah.
He's not going to quivering palm you.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that's save or die. I would
Yeah.
die.
Yeah, that's what I'm wow.
Yeah, it's stupidly strong.
When I said it was a joke. When you called my bluff, I was terrified.
Even
Yeah, he's got a quivering palm,
Okay. So he definitely hits, and he hits you for. Wow.
Yeah.
level 1, level 2.
I have 20 hit points.
Yep.
You're
hits
out.
You for
You're so
17
lucky,
of
I
them
was so-
in non-lethal damage.
Oh,
Do
17.
I need to make a
I
con
would
save
be-
against stunning strike?
No,
I would be
that was just
unconscious.
unarmed.
Oh yeah, well he can tack it on top for a key point if he wanted
Fuck
to.
Nope.
me.
Okay.
He doesn't need advantage.
He doesn't. I'm gonna make a concentration check for Hunter's Mark.
Oh.
No.
DC 10, I make it.
Okay.
Yay.
All right. Next will be Kulinov.
Oh, hey. I watch Octavia with completely.
You hear the impact, and it sounds almost like ribs shattered. That was
Ooh.
just a. It was a gliding palm followed by a palm strike direct into the chest, and you hear bones shatter and watch as Octavia skids backwards a good couple feet on the ground.
I sort of grimace and like pull my blades and like reluctantly approach like the 30 feet towards him. Like I don't sprint, but I lightly jog and I attack. Oh, actually, that's pretty good. That's a 25.
Yeah.
That'll hit. That'll hit.
Yeah, I rolled a 19. That's pretty good. All right. Roll a D. Yeah. Oh shit. Well, not that it matters, but what's damage? Plus 4. 14.
Oh.
Yeah, I rolled max damage.
That ain't bad.
Fantastic.
It's all right. And then I'm level 2, which means nothing yet.
An action surge.
Yeah, that's. I don't really want to here. I'm good. That was it.
Level 2?
Yeah, it's at level 2.
Yeah.
Got a doggo, I hear.
And then
I'm
it's
still at
going
level
to
1.
be either Alma or Book. Who has the better dex mod?
I
Both of you.
got a 9.
She had a 9.
I'm sorry, I had you written down as
That's okay.
a 5 still. Lucien?
Sorry, that's fine. I would like to run away. No, oh, he'll take me one. Fuck it. Okay, I'm gonna get one of my little daggers that I dipped in serpent venom, and I'm just gonna like chuck it at him. I guess.
Yeah, why not? I guess.
Natural 20.
Hey.
Very nice.
Hey!
2d4. Okay,
Get him.
no, where's my
Yeah,
dagger?
dude, it's fair. Natural 20 on a non-rogue dagger.
It's so like, yeah.
Be fun.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so that, and it's got. He has to make a. Oh, sorry, that's really cute.
Mm-hmm.
That's 4 times 2, 8, and he has to make a Constitution saving throw, or DC 11. So he'll probably 100% succeed.
Is that for the poison?
The poison, yeah.
I saw this happening, and I saw that he would roll a 4.
Oh, actually, yeah, he does roll a 4. Remarkably. And he takes 8
Fascinating.
points of damage, and you watch as the venom oozes out of the wound. And
I haven't rolled the damage yet. He takes.
I think he's
3d6.
immune,
I
my
love
friend.
monster
I don't think
poison.
poison matters.
Oh!
Are you kidding?
Months.
Are you...
Months.
I think that's DM flavor text for the poison does nothing.
That's
It was worth a try, though.
Guys, monks
Yeah.
are really good.
Yeah, they're real good.
As a bonus action, I'd like to inspire myself.
You read from the book.
Yeah, I
You're
just.
not going to die here today.
Yeah. Dream bigger, do bigger. I just say to myself.
Every failure is an opportunity for growth.
You
Yeah.
actually can't use Bardic Inspiration on yourself. It says
You can't?
other creature.
Really? Oh, is
Yeah.
that like a higher level thing where you get to start using it on yourself? Is that a thing?
I'm not sure, but I know that Octavia is
But
correct.
Yeah.
It sounds familiar.
The
It
high
is a
level
higher
lore
level.
I
bards,
thought the same thing, and I got
Okay.
corrected on it a while back. And
high level
I
lore bards can use it on themselves for
That's what I'm-
ability checks
Yeah.
only.
that's not enough.
And high level valor can use it on their attack
Fine. I'll inspire.
and sword parts. Because
I'll inspire
Whoever's next.
whoever's next. Ulna or Octavia. Octavia probably because I don't know.
I make attack rolls.
Yeah, you seem more Dexy. Yeah.
Okay.
I say
I'll
that
try-
to you, Octavia.
I try not to die.
Yeah.
Yep, one creature other than yourself within 60 feet that can hear
Oh, interesting.
I hear a baby.
you. Okay, so next will be Alma.
Alna's going to pull out Tetanus, cast Shillelagh on it, and then just run at the guy to run him through with Booming Blade.
Yeah.
Sounds like a hungry baby.
I love baby sounds.
Mm-hmm.
Hungry. That's going to be a 16.
16 will not hit.
I have a feeling.
We're doing a lot better if 16 hits, because I got 2 of them.
Oh god.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to stand there with my sword extended and be like, come at me.
So, as you
Legendary
go
number one.
running up with this blade, and you make this thrusting gesture at him, he actually plucks the blade out of his chest, deflects your attack, and throws the dagger skidding across the ground back towards Lucien.
Oh no.
Thanks, I guess.
Alna with his sword extended, just like, that is really intimidating. Come at me.
And
Effective.
next will be Book.
Okay, he could handle the ice. Can he handle the fire? And I'm going to throw a firebolt at him
All right.
and miss.
Good. Yes, guys.
We got this.
Yeah.
No, I missed.
18.
He's looking bloody. He's looking bloody.
So,
Me and I could hear it
he's
already.
not looking bloodied.
Oh,
So he sees this firebolt coming from your hand, and as he's skidding the dagger back towards Lucien, he just sort of ducks his shoulder back, and it goes right over his shoulder and impacts the pillows behind him. And you see massive tufts of feathers catching fire and flying off in every direction.
We really do have an arson problem, don't we?
Mhm.
And with that, he stops with his hand on the ground and his other behind him this way. He says, "Yes, well, I see what you can do now. You can die. But you could die in a cause. So tell me, what is it that you would do?"
I wanted to hit him. I have inspiration.
yeah.
What is it that I know magic?
I can see that. And he gestures to his bleeding chest. Very potent.
I
will tell
know.
you this. Evil's twin hides its face for now. Expect that to change before winter's end.
Ah, Evil's twin.
What season is it?
Evil's twin hides its face for now. Expect that to change before winter's end. Close?
That's exactly it, verbatim.
Word perfect. We got it, guys. I need to write it down.
So what was it after hides its face for now?
Evil's
Expect
twin.
that to change before
Evil-
we.
expect that to
Twin
change
hides
before
its
winter.
face for now. Expect that to change before winter's end.
When you say evil's twin, that means another evil, right? Because the twin of evil must also be evil, because evil is evil.
I have given you what you have come for. What you do with it is up to you. And he returns to his flaming feathered pillows, shakes his head, and walks in behind them back into the temple.
Okay, well, she said not to annoy him, and she said
They are welcome.
not to overstay our welcome. So I believe that we should go back now.
Octavia's gonna try to put the pillows out.
I know I prestidigitated it out.
Yeah.
There we go. I feel bad about that one.
Okay, the climb back down the mountain is much better. The breeze is
We walked all
cool.
the way up those stairs for that.
Yep. Moving up the
Holy
stairs
fuck.
to get beat up and told a riddle.
Great.
Woot.
This is
which-
what happens when you go to a monk's temple.
I mean, that's par for the course.
Kind of see why nobody keeps coming back up, and they always return bloody and bruised.
But happy.
Yeah.
3 hit points left.
Yeah,
I cast. Oh.
You'll
Oh,
live.
good.
Trips on the way down.
You can take a short rest on the way down.
No, Alna's just gonna pat her on the back and be like, You're
You have
fine.
legendary actions you didn't
Cure wounds.
use.
Legendary.
And-
More than one attack, I'm certain.
Yeah.
Legendary actions while we're level 2.
Fuck, dude. That's you got 6 points of healing.
Thank you.
All right, so you make it back to town, and I'm assuming you go back to the Blackstaff Tower.
Sure.
As you're walking in, the doors don't open for you this time, and those of you who didn't notice the little mouse last time are take it as a bad omen.
That we did.
Alna just pushes the door open. Alna just goes up and pushes it open.
Must be off duty.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Who's off duty?
No one, don't worry about it. Keep looking up.
I peeked
Oh.
beneath the door. Is there like a gap between the ground?
Nope.
No,
It
oh,
is
never mind.
like watertight.
Watertight and water deep.
Yep. Does the
Okay.
door open when we push it?
Hated that.
Octavia's in
Yes.
full stressing mode
Oh, it opens.
at this point.
So, as you approach in, you note that the Vajra does not appear to have moved since the last time you were here. Her staff is still leaned up against the bookshelf next to her, and as you approach, she stands up and retrieves her staff, and she leans it towards you as she's talking to you. She leans in to talk.
We visited your friend just as you requested.
As I knew you would.
And we have an
Here.
answer that I hope means more to you than it does to me.
Very well.
Evil's twin hides its face for now. Expect that to change before winter's end.
Evil's twin. Yes. I've read something about that. Very good. I would like to see more of you, book. You have proven useful. I will approach you again soon.
Oh, this is so wonderful. I love this place.
And
I will be ready for your call.
for their assistance. Lucien, I don't think you have gone without my notice. And you will be rewarded as well. Please sign the members of Force Grey. On your way out.
Yes.
You are welcome to First Order of the Grey Hands.
Okay.
And I already have grey paws. This is so good.
Grey paws and the Grey Hands. Excellent.
Perfect.
So those of you who choose to join the faction of Force Grey will gain 1 renown with Grey Hand.
Oh, yes.
So, you mentioned that Force Grey would know if you had any bad intentions. Didn't
Yep.
you?
Sure
My
would.
intentions aren't necessarily bad.
Look, I can already see the backpedaling happening.
I'm not.
I turn to everyone and I just say, I'm a good... we've left, right? Are we still there?
No, you're on your way out. The
Yeah.
Okay.
ledger is on the way in at the base of the
I'm a
stairs.
good person, though. Right? Like,
Yes,
I'm the
you
one
are the
staring at Your
best.
character sheet. Is it on your?
But, okay.
Are you lawful
Well,
evil?
if I had to put... I'd tell them, if I had to put myself on a scale, I mean, okay, I'm chaotic. I'm at least neutral. At least neutral.
That's
Um,
exactly what someone who is evil would say.
Characterize
I've
myself
never-
upstanding.
I've never killed anyone.
You
There are
look down
moments
at your
you see people
abuse
every
of
day.
authority and your poisoned weapons, and you start really questioning yourself. I'm basically a good person.
Right? Guys?
I
Guys?
bet there
You
are
just-
people in Force Grey who are way more questionable than I am. I'm
I
gonna
mean-
join. It'll be fine.
You did try to poison somebody like in the last 20 minutes.
But they were trying to kill us. They
it was
almost knocked you out.
It was a test.
Yeah.
Octavia quietly bleeds.
That was hours ago.
I'm still more than half dead.
Hey, it's almost half alive.
Yeah.
There you go.
Power of positive thinking.
Almost half alive.
Look, this is what I'm
I
worried
read
about.
that in
Though.
Lucian's book.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's
Okay.
what I'm worried about though. Like, somebody disappeared. My family.
So-
I'm worried if I become too much of a thing,
Yeah.
might not be good for me.
Alna has already written his name in the book.
Excellent. Fantastic. So, out of character, like, there's multiple factions in Waterdeep and that kind of stuff going on. Force Grey is just like one of many. Does it require? So we'd have renown with
Exclusivity?
this. So the character that would sign on would have renown with them, but just that character, not like anybody else in the party. It would we would not be
That would basically be your character for contact with Force Grey.
right. Okay.
the party.
Okay.
Right?
Interesting.
I have a question about the other factions. Would we know of which was the most powerful, like the highest faction?
Well, you've had dealings with a few of the factions recently.
There's the Zentarim, but that's like criminal.
Xanathar's Guild.
Xanathar's Guild.
You would know
But
of
I'm
the
thinking
Harper's
about
Guild.
upstanding. Harper's Guild? What's
Harper's Guild tries really hard to be the good guys.
That's like fighters and stuff. I don't remember.
They're bards and wizards. They're like
magic based.
opposed tyranny in all its forms.
Right.
That's not.
Then there's the Lord's Alliance.
That's all. That is her.
That's, yeah.
They're lawful though. They're super lawful, but they're lawful. They're lawful whatever.
And then there's
In
the
AO, you can
Emerald
be all lawful
Enclave.
evil and join them.
What was that, sorry?
Then there's the Emerald Enclave. But we don't have a druid in the party or a ranger.
Yeah, that's fair.
So.
I'm a ranger.
You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, you
Wow,
just
that's
cast
right.
Hunter's Mark.
Yeah.
Fair point. Fair point.
Wow.
You are-
Well
you,
done.
you play it so much more like a rogue.
Yeah.
It's really a very roguish character.
He's a city ranger.
It's true. But I am a ranger. I have
if we
proficiency in nature.
Yes, that's the key. If we join one faction, we're not allowed to join another, are we?
No.
Probably
You
not.
can only have reputation with one faction.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave
I
my name
look
off that
At
ledger.
the book.
Oh no, Book
So
is putting
close,
his
but
paw
so
print
far.
right in that.
Cutie.
I don't sign it.
Hmm.
So is
I
it
don't.
just me and Kulinov?
Alna.
I'm not. Alna has signed it.
Oh, Alna. Okay,
Okay.
Alna.
Yes.
So there
We
are
are the,
two
like-
signatures in the book when you leave the Black Staff Tower, and you make your way back to Troll Skull Manor.
Home sweet home.
Lucien is sad, disappointed.
What? You had the chance. You missed your chance.
No, it wasn't right.
Wasn't right.
It wasn't right.
So
Bye.
on your way back, you know that there are a few other stores in the general block that you are on. You would recognize the bent nail. It's simply a wooden plaque hanging from a sign with a bent 9-inch nail sticking out of the side of it.
Cute.
There is in the window several master crafted wooden items. There's a shield in there, and there's a few chairs and other miscellaneous things crafted of wood. There is Steam and Steel, which is the cause of the that acrid stench in the air as the forges are running all day long.
They have a cute sign.
Everything. No, they don't have a cute sign at all. It's just
Okay.
an anvil hanging from a bar.
Not very
Sticking out the side
cute.
of the building. It's a very small anvil. It's kind of a cute anvil, as
Okay.
anvils go. There is the Tiger's Eye.
Dun dun dun.
That sounds like it's
Um,
harassing someone.
What is at the
Not really.
tiger's eye?
There's an eye of a there's an eye hanging. It's like almost a cat's eye. It's very stylized, hanging from the signpost. Not really sure what they do. And then there's the bookworm's treasure.
Kolonov shop.
No.
No.
The sign's a gold dragon curled around a treasure hoard. Of
What's it
books
called
and
again?
Scrolls. The bookworm's treasure.
Is it spelt worm like a dragon
WYR.
worm?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's really good.
I'm so into it.
And Kulinov, you would definitely know this store. They are
Mhm.
a big competitor.
Yes.
And you've had an animosity towards the owner of this particular place, Rishal, for many years. Avi, no, not Avi. It's Rishal.
You know how long it took me to get out from under the runoffs from this store. They
Uh,
always ship the best books there, and then the rest to my place. The ones that sit on the bottom of the stack.
Hey, do you want to start a whisper campaign that they're dealing something shitty
I
on the
don't
side?
have.
and ruin
I
them?
don't have time for that. You know how much paperwork I have to do.
And then in the
I'll
far
do it, don't
corner
worry.
of the alley, you do note that there is a sewer grate.
Awesome.
Where is this? Is this Troll Skull?
Yes, this is Troll Skull Alley. I'm
Okay.
just giving you kind of a brief rundown of the block that you're on because I'm not pulling the map up.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay. On your way back in, you see this immense amount of work that needs to be done. And you head through the door, which is slightly open. And as you walk in, there is a sort of a semi-transparent apparition behind the bar. Looks up at you, looks back down, and is cleaning a spectrally glass. And a stool just slides out away from the bar towards you.
Fantastic. I go and sit in the stool.
Go and join him.
The stool has a broken leg on it.
And I fall. I fall the moment I take a sit on this stool.
I'll catch you.
Shatters.
Stool
You
was
see
a
a
trap.
wicked, evil grin flash across this half-elf's face, and he turns and vanishes.
Oh, come on. Can't we be civil?
You said a half elf?
It is a
That's
half-elf.
fantastic.
That was
I'm
funny.
serious. I would pay good money for it. A certain time of season during the celebrations in Waterdeep, and this place would be rocking.
Yeah, for sure. I like
Alma
it. already.
goes over and casts mending on the stool.
Yeah.
Can we have a mending counter?
Yeah.
Man, you're gonna have this. This thing's gonna be like your daily mantra. You're gonna be saying it in your sleep as the room cleans itself.
Mending.
Hey, it's like
mending.
between all the mending and book prestidigitating, it'll just take us a few days.
And probably money for a few things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And in from the back comes in an interesting gentleman. He comes walking from the back of the behind the bar at the back,
Mm-hmm.
and he comes striding across the floor. He's wearing a bowler cap. He's a Luskin, and he wears a sweater vest.
This is a guild individual, isn't it?
You don't know quite yet who this individual is, but he has a cane, and he comes walking in, and he looks a bit upset that you're there.
Guild collectors always wear sweater vests.
Hello? You are not a troll nor a ghost. So, why are you here?
Yes, well, I was recently outbid on the place, and I thought I would step in and see just exactly what manner of people will be here. And it is apparent to me what manner of people it will be.
What manner of
At least
people?
we don't trespass.
You mean
Have a good day.
Troskol manner of people? Because this is Troskol manner.
Yes,
What manner of person are you?
trolls of some form. I'm Emek, and you shall know me more.
You're also
I'm sure
trespassing.
Oh, I was just on my way out. And he heads towards the door.
First offense.
Emic, affluent trespasser.
Okay, he makes his way out. And
I cast light on his hat as he leaves.
Watch out for
glows
Luciano
like a
booking
beacon
harassment.
as he steps out through the door.
Now everyone knows you're a trespasser.
And he doesn't seem to pay any mind. And as he walks out into the street, an enormous shattering boom comes from the street outside. And you see the orange glow as it shatters all of the windows on the front of the building.
All we had left.
I just fixed so many of those.
Okay, now you can
The
mend them all
ground
over again.
shakes.
I run towards the left.
Yeah, I run outside, open
Same.
the door.
Alma takes one last look at the broken windows, just like, come on. And then
There
joins the
is
other.
this enormous cloud of smoke, just almost a mushroom cloud going up into the sky. The smell of burnt flesh is heavy in the air, and there is quite a mess of bystanders that were hurt in whatever caused this explosion. There were several casualties who are laying about in various states of wounded and dead. And you see screaming in the streets and people running in every direction. You hear the loud banging as the city watch raps on their shields as they approach the area. And that is where we're going to call it for the week.
Oh,
Oh, all right.
What? What does that mean?
He's a monster!
Is the
Emmett
affluent
is standing
trespasser?
there. He is standing there looking with his jaw hanging at this enormous explosion.
Okay, he's not in
Like
it.
hanging off because it's been blown off.
He's
I was
still
thinking the
standing
same
on-
thing.
He was still standing on your porch when you first came outside.
No.
He then turned and walked away.
Here I was thinking it was on him, and our porch was on
Oh.
fire.
No, you actually, it appears to be just off and around the corner a little bit. It doesn't appear to have destroyed any portion of the tavern.
Other than the windows.
My poor windows.
Oh no.
All right.
Oh, no.
And that's where we're going to let it hang. I know that that Emma's got some things that she needs to be off to, so we've wrapped up by noon. But, well, noon my time, 8 p.m. your time. Well,
Jeez.
my time's best time, so it's by noon. And, all right, so thank you everyone for another great session. And what the heck is going on with people
Yep.
blowing up in the streets?
Terrorism
What did you do?
campaign in Waterdeep.
It's
What
in
did you
fashion.
do?
Love it.
It's in
What
fashion.
did we do?
Let's
I'm glad that
make
he
a
didn't
bet
blow
of
up.
whose fault it is.
If we get blamed
Yeah.
for this fireball, I'm going to be annoyed,
Could be anyone.
but unsurprised.
I didn't do it. I just cast light on his hat. I thought he blew up, so I was gonna be like,
Same,
it was just
I
light.
thought he-
Wait, his hat's still out, still lighting
thought
up.
he
I don't know,
blew his
maybe that
hat
was a fuse.
Oh god.
No.
No, he's still there.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good. All right.
Illuminated.
Yeah, everything's fine,
Okay.
guys. Everything's fine.
Good game,
All right.
everyone, and we will see everyone next Saturday morning.
See ya.
Sounds
Thanks,
good.
everybody.
Have a great
Bye.
week,
Bye,
everyone.
friends.
Bye.
Bye.